not saying a lot of you guys do, but if you did like to gamble and somebody came to you and said, hey, I got an opportunity for you. I will give you 10,000 to 1 odds if you would pick the team, the Washington Generals. Now, this is a professional basketball team. All their players played Division I basketball, and every single game they've played since 1950s or so, they've always been competitive. And if they said to you, if you bet $100 for the Washington Generals and they win, I'll pay you $10,000, don't do it. See, the Washington Generals have to play the same team over and over again, and they always lose. They play against the Harlem Globetrotters. And the Globetrotters have beat them more than 1,600 times. The last time the Generals won was on accident in 1971. So even though they're all very good, they have to lose. Every game, they lose. If you have a favorite boxer in the 80s or the 90s, the odds are that they fought against a guy by the name of Reggie Strickland. Reggie Strickland's nickname was No Win Strickland. The guy had won 66 fights. Pretty impressive. He's fought a lot of guys that went on to win belts and be on TV and become millionaires. Unfortunately, he lost more than 270 bouts. So if you needed a guy to take a fall, he's your guy. You need a guy to go 5 rounds and then get knocked out, he's your guy. You see, both him and the Washington Generals have to lose to make the other person win. In life, we're going to lose a lot. My hope is that we can make some other people win. If you have a Bible, turn to the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 11. And Paul is writing his resume. He's telling the Corinthian church why they ought to listen to him. Now, if you were going to write a resume about why somebody should listen, maybe you'd begin with your education. Maybe you'd say, I graduated from Rubidoux High School. And they'd go, wow, Rubidoux High School is renowned for its high marks of education. Maybe you'd say, I went to Harvard or Yale or Southern California Leadership University. Like I slipped that in, Harvard, Yale, SCLU. You might talk about where you had learned it, how you had grown. Maybe you talk about your travels and your experiences and all the things that you've accomplished. But the Apostle Paul starts with his scars. Look what it says in 1 Corinthians, or 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 25. He says, you ought to listen to me because I've been beaten up more times than I can count. When I preached to my own countrymen, they took stones and they pelted me and they left me for dead. When I preached among the Gentiles, they took rods and they beat me until I couldn't move anymore. Here's my credentials. I've been in the middle of the wilderness and I've been shipwrecked several times. I had to travel in deserts. I've gone without food. I've gone without water. I've suffered terribly and I did it for you.